Hello, beautiful sisters. Welcome back to her next season. And it is right here on the Dirty Couch. Today, we're talking about something that doesn't get discussed enough. We're talking about what happens after the betrayal, after the disrespect, after the heartbreak, after someone underestimated you, mistreated you, lied on you, abandoned you, or tried to break your spirit. Many of us spend so much time wondering if the people who hurt us will ever regret it. Will they ever realize what they lost? Will they ever understand the damage they caused? But here is what I have learned. The greatest regret people experience isn't because you got revenge. It's because you became someone they can no longer access. It's because you healed. It's because you grew. It is because you stopped giving them the version of you they took for granted. Today, I am sharing 7 silent behaviors that often make people regret hurting you. And the beautiful thing is that none of them requires revenge, arguments, or proving anything. So let's get into it. The first one is you stop explaining yourself. One of the most powerful things a woman can do is stop trying to convince people of her worth. When someone hurts us, our first instinct is often to explain. We explain why we're hurt. We explain our intentions. We explain our feelings. We explain our side of the story. But there comes a point in healing where you realize that people who truly care don't need endless explanations. And people who don't care won't be convinced by your explanation anyway. When you stop defending yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, something shifts. Your energy changes, your confidence grows, and your peace increases. And often that's when people realize they no longer have access to the emotional reaction they once got from you. That silence speaks louder than 1,000 arguments. The second one is you focus on your growth. Nothing confuses people more than seeing you thrive after they expected you to stay broken. Some people thought losing them would destroy you. Some people thought the rejection would keep you stuck. And some people thought the criticism would make you doubt yourself forever. Instead, you started reading, learning, growing, building, healing, praying, and working on yourself. You became so focused on your future that you stop obsessing over your past. And when people see that your life continued without their approval, they often begin questioning their own choices. Growth is powerful because it shifts your focus from what happened to what's possible. The third one is that you become emotionally unavailable to the drama. This doesn't mean becoming cold. It means becoming selective. You stop responding to every provocation. You stop reacting to every comment. You stop participating in every conflict. You stop chasing closure from people who have no intention of giving it. The old version of you may have argued, pleaded, explained, and defended. The healed version simply protect her peace. And when people realize they can no longer control your emotion, they often feel the loss of that influence. Because the truth is, some people were never attached to you. They were attached to the access they had to your emotions. And the fourth one, you build a life that doesn't revolve around them. One of the saddest things after a heartbreak is when our entire identity becomes connected to someone else's presence. But healing teaches you something important. You still have dreams, you still have purpose, you still have a future. You start creating routines, making plans, trying new things, building new friendships, pursuing goals, discovering parts of yourself that got lost while you were focused on everyone else. And little by little, your life becomes full again. Not because the pain never existed, but because the pain is no longer the center of your story. When someone realizes they are no longer the main character in your life, that often make them regret losing you. And the fifth one is that you stop seeking revenge. This one surprises a lot of people, you know. Many people assume revenge is what hurts the most, but it is not. Most people expect anger. They expect bitterness. They expect retaliation. What they don't expect is peace. What they don't expect is forgiveness. What they don't expect is seeing you move forward without carrying them on your shoulder. When you stop plotting revenge and start investing in yourself, you feel you free yourself. And sometimes your happiness becomes the very thing they never expected to see. You don't win by making them suffer. You win by refusing to suffer forever because of what they did. And number 6 on this list is that you become more confident than before. There's a confidence that comes from success. But there's another confidence that comes from survival. It's the confidence that says, I went through that and I am still standing. I cried, but I survived. I lost, but I found back my way. I was disappointed, but I survived. I was rejected, but I survived. That confidence cannot be bought. It cannot be faked. You can't fake them confidence there. It is earned. And when people see the woman they tried to destroy walking with her head held high and speaking with certainty and living with purpose, they realize they couldn't break her. All they did was refine her. And the 7th way where you can move silently and let them regret hurting you is that you just genuinely move on and just forget about them. This is the one that changes everything. Not pretending, not performing, not posting quotes, for proof that you're over it. You just move on and just show your healing. You actually just releasing the need for validation. Accepting what happened and choosing to keep living. Because when you truly move on, you are no longer waiting for apologies. You're no longer waiting for justice. You are no longer waiting for the person to understand. You have made peace with your story. And there is something incredibly powerful about a woman who has nothing left to prove. That kind of freedom cannot be manipulated. It cannot be controlled, and it cannot be taken away. And if there's one thing I want you to remember today, it's this. The best response to being hurt is not revenge. It's becoming whole again. It's becoming healthy again. It's becoming happy again. The people who hurt you may or may not regret what they did. That's their story. That's their journey. But your responsibility is to make sure their actions do not define the rest of your life. Your next season is waiting. Not after they apologize. Not after they understand. Not after them regret it. It is now. Because your healing was never supposed to depend on their forgiveness or their apology. It was always supposed to depend on your decision to keep moving forward. And if this message spoke to you, I want you to leave a comment below and tell me, which of these 7 behaviors are you working on this season of your life? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join me for more conversation here on the Dirty Coach in her next season. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video. And remember, protect your peace, trust your journey, and remember, your next chapters may still be ahead of you.